Bishop, when you were ministering on Wednesday, I could just feel the presence of God so strongly. I was telling my husband that Bishop is like Jesus, and we're not making it Jesus, but he's like him. We have to pay attention when Bishop talks because there's layers of understanding, not just of the scripture, but he might be trying to tell the body something without just telling the body something. And he's doing that for a reason, so that the babes will have no idea because they don't need to know. But the mature ones, just like the disciples said separately, Lord, what did you mean when you said this? And if we are paying attention and we're locked on him and we're listening, then we can pick up on those things that he's saying without saying it. He is a wise shepherd and we must be wise too. But even in those little small things, if I know he spoke something, it just kind of sometimes my flesh just hits it a little. I have to go pray. I have to make sure that does not grow. And I cut that. I need to give it to God and say, God, I need to align myself. I want to make sure I'm aligned with him. God, show me in your word if I feel like I don't agree. So just because you may think, well, I just don't agree with that, that's not the end of the story. Go to God and ask him to help you change your opinion, and he'll help you. Because really, it's agreeing with the counsel of God. So if we go to God who gave the counsel, he will help us change our opinion on that matter so that we can walk with the man of God. And I also feel like when the Lord said, a fear of the Lord, I want to make sure I have a fear of the Lord and I have a fear of the man of God. I don't want to be a fool and touch him. And if I struggle with a thought, then I need to go to God in prayer. I don't need to tell anybody, not even my husband, because I don't want him to agree with me. So if a tiny thought come in against him, I better run to my altar and make sure I don't get that out. I don't want it to grow because I know the source of it and I know where it's going to lead me. You don't want to find yourself fighting against the man of God. It's a losing battle. There must be a fear of God and a fear of the man of God. You can't separate the two. You cannot disagree with him and go to pray. Oh, God, lead me in this. And oh, God, bless me here. He's not going to hear you. He will stop his ears if you stop yours to the voice of the man of God. And it just might be a fight, church family. And we can't be ignorant. And we can't think just because I had a thought against, I'm just going to think about this and let it dwell. And then I might speak it to someone. They might start agreeing. And then you've been a stumbling block to them and you're in offense. It just snowballs. If you have a thought, cast it down. Go to God and don't let it grow. And if you got to stay there for days, for weeks, don't leave until it's settled. Like Bishop talked about Jacob wrestling in his mind. Don't leave that place until it's lifted, until you've conquered that thought, because you can't go forward. We're going to pray for the first family, and we will pray that we will be like-minded, a similar spirit, equal in our mind, agreeing with what God's doing here, agreeing with what God has entrusted, Bishop, the direction this church is going, making sure we are agreeing.
People are going to leave, they're just going to leave. Of course, we found out on Sunday, God said it. God said it. I want to say it loud and clear. God said it. And everybody knew it was the voice of God. God said, I am thy shield and your exceedingly great reward. He said, I'm the one. But he's not just speaking to me. He's speaking to the staff, the people that's going to be coming. And you that's a part of this body, God is going to make sure you are taken care of. Am I in the word?